I'm saying? He got murdered, you know what I'm saying, in one of the projects, a brother by the name of Willie Graves, a good partner of mine. And the reason why I decided to go in and speak to him because I understood when I was 16 when that happened, the emotions that came with losing a teammate to gang violence. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, when this happened, they had a game to play 2 or 3 days later.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I went in there. That you're not going to see in the series as far as why I went there, but that's why I went there to talk to the man that I know a lot of those youngsters on that high school football team. And I already know by nature and by protocol what the aftermath was supposed to be because of what happened in Docu. And I went there to talk to them that day to tell them, man, a lot of y'all that's on this field right now listening to me speak all say they want to have a good life for themselves, their little siblings, their sisters, their grandmothers, their mamas. And I always tell them, man, but the field that you're standing on for a lot of you is your only ticket out the hood. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that was the reason why I wanted to speak to him, man, to tell him to go that much harder on that field Saturday in the memory of y'all homie Doodle, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of these youngsters is dealing with out here, man. They like, we 15, 16, 17, and they being asked to be grown-ass men. You know what I'm saying? Grown men. They're not awarded the opportunity just to be teenagers and be, you know, silly and immature. Man, they breadwinners. Head of the household, man. So I wanted to let them know, man, I've been in that same situation, those same feelings they felt. So y'all not gonna see that in the series. You're not gonna see those tears that was going on before those cameras came on. You know what I'm saying? What they was feeling because they lost their comrade. He got gunned down in the streets, right in North. You know what I'm saying? So I know what they was feeling, what they was going through, man. I wanted to try to motivate them cats, man, to say, man, just go that much harder and do it, man. You know what I'm saying? This is y'all ticket out of the hood, man. I don't want to be stuck here, living all in poverty and ain't got nothing to look for, man. There's a lot of life going on out there. There's a lot of good living going out there, and I feel we need in on all that.
Now, I wanted to know, like, you know, working with these kids, I know, like, from my high school, it's actually gotten, like, a lot worse in terms of, like, the funding, and so as a result, the children tend to be making, you know, worse grades than we did 10 years ago. Their behavior is much worse. Like, it's just like they're getting worse and worse. Do you find that working with the youth now that they're tougher or rougher than you were when you were their age?
Wow. I don't know if I would necessarily say tougher, but I do think that is worse now because, I mean, there's a lot of other factors that go into play. You know, you got a lot to do with the media, you got a lot to do with more radio, a lot more TV. You know, a lot of that stuff wasn't exposed to us when I was 15 years old, which was 15 years ago, as it is now. They have so much more access to things nowadays. So I think that plays a big part of it. But absolutely, man, I got a lot of youngsters in my hood that's 15, 16, man. These youngsters, they really not caring about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Not caring about nothing. They ain't got too many role models. And, you know, we hear that word role model. It sounds so cliche, man, but, man, it's really it's an understatement, man. Those role models nowadays, man, are necessary. You know what I'm saying? When I say necessary, I don't mean the typical, you know, come in and suit and tie type of dudes, which is nothing wrong with that. But a lot of these youngsters not relating to that nowadays. You know what I'm saying? A lot
they relate to Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Those types. They relate to Lil Wayne. They relate to Drake. They use what it is. What happens is with my whole thing. I think that what happens is with TV, they relate to the people on TV because, you know, TV makes you feel like those people are right with you.
And they think they're real.
And those people are not real. So there you are aiming for something that's not you can't even grasp.
Really.
And then so you set unrealistic goals for yourself as opposed to having someone that's in your presence that is doing what
I'm going to tell you what it is that they fascinated by. Man, they looking at those chains around those dudes' necks. They're looking at those cars in those videos and those females that's all around them. That's what they fascinated by. Man, that stuff is not real, man. Those, you know, now I don't name drop, man, but some of those names you talking, man, those guys ain't been through what we've been through. You know
of course
not.
But they're rapping about it like they have been.
Benefits though. They reap the benefits of it. You know what I'm saying? So that makes my job 1,000 times harder. It makes what I'm doing 1,000 times harder. Because nowadays these youngsters, they want instant gratification. They want it right now. As
like
we
the internet.
They want it right now, instantly. And unfortunately, you and I both know
That's
in
impossible.
the world, it doesn't work that way.
Does not work that way.